really don't feel good about the home inspection.
Your HVAC's been played with, your electrical's been played with, your plumbing's been played with.
There were so many issues that, you know, the home inspector never caught, or we didn't obviously know about.
Your mom's moving out for sure. I may have to move you out, and I'm gutting the basement. That's the beginning. The problem is, if he doesn't know what he's looking for, who gets screwed?
It's like, what did we buy? Like, what did we walk into?
Jamie and Vishal looking for that perfect home. Really simple, affordable, having a finished basement apartment for mom to move in.
Found a home that suited all of our needs. It was very comfortable for both us two and for my mother.
Exactly what they were looking for. Problem being, in this area, as of 1995, no longer are they allowed to put a basement apartment in any house. This house was built after 1995.
We really fell in love with the layout. It's very open. You know, we like spending a lot of time together. So, you know, the kitchen and the living room, it's great for entertaining with our friends and family.
And then just like going upstairs and seeing the master bedroom and the rest of the home, it was just a beautiful place. At the end of the street and in our neighborhood is a park. So, I mean, you know, on some summer nights, we would walk down and, you know, you can just take your dog off the leash and let him go. And it was just a nice, family-oriented neighborhood.
It was a newer home, so we figured it was gonna require zero renovation, zero maintenance. And it had the basement that we needed, the room for his mom, and it was a newer home, which was like key for us.
When the home inspector came into the house, he was probably here for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And there was nothing major issues in here, a few things here and there that we need to fix up. That didn't seem a lot of money for us to put into the place. And that was it, and then he was gone.
Real simple. I'm gonna go through it with a fine-tooth comb. I'm gonna find what's wrong, why it went wrong, what I have to do to fix it, and I'll make it right. Jamie.
Yes.
I'm Mike.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Vishal?
Yes.
That's unique. How you doing, man?
Not too bad. How are
Nice to
you?
meet you both.
Nice to
Nice to
meet
meet
you.
you too.
It's a rainy day. I don't mind the rain. I'm not made of sugar. You guys made of sugar?
No, we're not.
You want to come outside and we'll walk around
Sure.
first? That way I'm wet now. I might as well come in and dry off.
Absolutely, for sure.
Okay.
Okay, come on out. So, do you have a cold room?
That is the cold room, but now it's
Slash
been
laundry room.
changed into a laundry room.
Did you do this?
No.
Since when do you put a laundry room in a cold room?
You know, there's shelving in there. We keep kind of canned goods and other stuff in that room. There's kind of some drywall up, and the laundry machine's in there, and there's kind of a tub which is sitting on bricks, and it's kind of a semi-cold room, laundry room kind of combination right now, but it's not like a properly insulated room.
You don't put a laundry room in the cold room, and I did not read that in the report. Okay, I'm gonna have to see that on the inside, that's for sure. So it's supposed to rain all day, and one of the best days you could ever inspect the home is when it's raining.
Okay.
Have you noticed any leaks in your house at all?
No.
No.
Who did the caulking on the cells?
That was when we got the windows done, right?
They did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. You know how many guys don't do that?
Really?
Oh.
You see it on your neighbors? No?
No.
So all sills have been caulked, so that tells me whoever put the windows in was a good guy. Okay, I also noticed that in the report it said, I looked at your roof with binoculars.
Yeah.
Wow, your neighbor's in trouble.
That's actually how it looked like before.
Right.
We had it fixed.
The inspector told us that we probably had about a year or two, but we just had someone come out and look at it, and that person said we should take care of it right away, so we had the roof taken care of.
Let's take a look at the basement. And we have a kitchen, and we have a laundry room in the cold room with a door. Was this like this?
Yes.
Yes.
And your inspector didn't say anything?
No.
The kitchen is just outside of the cold room, so there's a stove, and the exhaust from the stove, I guess, goes through the wall into the laundry room, and they meet, and then they kind of blow out the house through the same opening.
You can't wire this. It must be separate lines. If you wire it, all you're doing is fighting each other. You're not gonna do anything. Plus, you're gonna be pulling nice moisture from the stove, if something boiling, and nice moisture from the dryer, and all you're doing is creating a condensation buildup within here.
I went in to do laundry, and I felt something dripping on my head. And I looked up, and through the pipe, I saw kind of water dripping. So I called him down, and I just guess because it's so cold in the cold room and the heat from the dryer is so hot, all the condensation just built up.
We have a 3-inch line that runs out. It's actually a 4-inch line that runs out, and then it's reduced to a smaller line. And it looks like a 3-inch, so a 4-inch to a 3-inch. You can always increase, you cannot reduce when it comes to exhaust. Because if you reduce it, what happens is, much like traffic on a highway, we have a bottleneck, right? Mm-hmm. Same theory. It's trying to blow it out. It creates a bottleneck and forces it to move back. So all your hot air is actually coming back through, and you can watch it come up, and as it comes to this area here, the humidity is building up and causing condensation on the inside right above here and just dripping down on top of the stove. Two things that don't mix very good. What is that?
Water and electricity.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if your mom's touching the stove, especially if it's not properly grounded, it's not done right. That means this is actually a lethal possible accident. So to go ahead and throw all this in, including all the plumbing, and he should have pointed this out, which is done okay, but there's no air behind water. And it appears to be running uphill. It is running uphill. So I know right now when if I pull this off, it's full of water.
Yeah.
Okay, in the wall here is going to be the tie-in. I'm sorry, because I'm actually going to be breaking your house. I already know it, okay? So I'm taking a look now. Okay, there's our tie-in, and that's the line right from the laundry tub to right here. So it runs uphill, and then it comes downhill.
Her sink, when she's doing her dishes and stuff like that, the suds and the water carry up so high that she's forced to turn off the water, wait till it goes down to do the dishes again.
So right away, plumbing looks good under the sink, but as soon as I punched a hole and took a look at that, I know the plumbing's wrong. But I knew it was wrong when I was standing in the laundry room.
A few times I've gone down and caught her in the laundry room doing the dishes in the sink there.
So whoever built this place built a studded wall in front of all the old insulation. Now look at this. You're gonna love this. What's this?
Oh, water.
Water. Don't panic. It doesn't mean your foundation's leaking. It means the way they've insulated the basement is not good. Minimum code says put up your rolled batt insulation, put your vapor barrier on it, staple it to the wall. We can see that staple line here, right? Even though there's a 6 mil vapor barrier, cold air from the foundation can still meet warm air in the basement. And that's what's happening here. We're gonna have that moisture build up, the condensation. Yep. So that condensation forms on the cold side and soaks the insulation. Okay. What I can do is I can actually wring that out and watch it drip on the floor. That's a small piece I just wringed out. All right, now, why is that closed up?
Because when the AC is on, it blows, like to cool the upstairs even to a comfortable temperature, it makes the basement super cold.
You know there's a problem when you have to go down and see your mom sitting in literally a sweater jacket, you know, putting a toque on. Like, it gets really cold.
Oh, there's nothing there.
It's not a register. That means we have leakage from pipework up there and it's pouring through.
I mean, I'm not crazy. I go down there, I can see the problems. It wouldn't be comfortable for me. I'm sure it's not comfortable for her.
See, little things I see. I've only punched one small hole under your sink, right? And that was because I know I'm going to be fixing it. But the little things I see here tells me your HVAC's been played with, your electrical's been played with, your plumbing's been played with, your house has been played with. And I would have told you, get the hell out of this house. Don't buy this house.
Oh, wow.
Bottom line, is that basement apartment legal? No. Is it up to code? No. Has there any permits been pulled? No. Do I have a lot of work to do? Yes. Now, I got a battle on my hands here. You know, how am I going to make sure that this basement now is functional? Because I got to make it that Mom can live in here. This cannot be a basement apartment. Absolutely, there's no, you can appeal it all you want, you can try and fight it, you can put in a variance. You cannot have a basement apartment. The basement bedroom must have an egress window. So in case of a fire, your mom can get her butt out of the house through a window. Is there any window in your basement that's big enough, especially in the bedroom?
No.
No. The question is, what do I have to do to make it right? Now, I've got to bring in all kinds of people to come up with a conclusion to let your mom live in this house, in the basement. Maybe we got to move her upstairs. But you bought this house so she could live downstairs, yes?
Right.
Had I walked in and inspected this house, would you buy this house?
No.
Right. Well, not the best place to have your panel. I mean, the panel was here, and then they made the kitchen, and then they tried to cover it up with no room on the counter but a cabinet. So here's a great example as to what's wrong with electrical. Here's existing. We can see all the lines are stapled properly into place, and everything was neat, okay? And then somebody else comes in, and they run in this wire, and all of these other wires that we see here are added in afterwards. Nobody should be in here but a licensed electrical contractor. This is where the main power comes in. Our 100 amps comes from outside and comes into here. The problem is we can't get into that. So this cupboard that has been made is right in the way of that. It's not a proper cupboard for a round electrical panel. And again, you know, Electrical Safety Authority is going to say, no, don't do that. It's funny, when I first came in, it's, you know, my eyes are drawn to so many things, like this hole in the ceiling. Why is that there? Why is that there? Is that allowed? Okay, no. We already know the way this thing is done is all wrong, and I already know I've got in the basement. But let's take a really even closer look. The backsplash. What is that? That's vinyl tile. That's not ceramic. That's not a fire-rated tile. Stoves should not be so tight to a wall. But put vinyl tile on it, just think for a sec. Is this flammable? Yeah. It will burn like you won't believe. Here's the burner. You're cooking. It's already peeling the tile up off the wall. It's not in the report. Plumbing, not in the report. Cold room, laundry room, not in the report. You can put the laundry room in the cold room, but you now have to make the cold room part of the inside dwelling. How do you do that? Air's not going to get through this door, right? You got to put in forced air, you have to do a return. It has to be part of the inside dwelling. This is a cold room, this is a controlled dwelling. You want that to be part of this? It has to be just that way. Long term, and what we have to look at is as this being no exhaust fan to exhaust out the moisture, which is now dripping out of the hood onto the stove, is just going to mold this room. And as long as it has the opportunity to mold this room, who lives downstairs? Mom! Things that need to be addressed. Morons, look at, they put in, instead of a solid door, they put in a Colonial 800 fast fit. The handle's supposed to be 36 inches off the floor. Hinges. Look where the bottom hinge is. Come on, who does this? Guys that don't know what they're doing. I just turned on the furnace, and this is blowing out. And I know for a fact we'll have one register down there, one register here, and a register over there. No more than 3 registers in this basement, so somebody's added in another one, right? This is a return. See all the dirt? There you go. I mean, for a small basement, it's not a terrible layout because there is a mini bedroom back here, even though it's not allowed. There's no egress window. And it's funny how Mom was lying in bed and they decided to close the register because there was so much cold air coming in and there's no ductwork there. That means we have leakage from pipework up there and it's pouring through. That's exactly what that means. You can see the water clearly here. It's just really a sweat buildup on the other side of the plastic. It's not a foundation leak. I think I got a lot of work to do. Nice people bought the house based on, you know, letting Mom live downstairs. The same thing we hear, basement apartment. We are gutting it Monday. There's no doubt about that. I have plumbing, electrical, HVAC.
I'll be back. I'll get the guys.
Monday?
Got it.
Thank you. I think what I need to do is do open concept with a small kitchen, small bathroom, no bedroom, right? Who says you can't have a bed couch? But it's no bedroom because to put an egress window in the backyard that grades towards the house is not logical. I'm not opening a can of worms here, even though I'm going to open this can of worms. Here we have a easy scenario of a basement that's just no good. There's no guessing. We're gonna gut it. So let's start with removing the counters, the cupboards, the box around the panel.
Okay.
You start losing it, open it up, you find something, let me know.
I'd love to give you good news here, but unfortunately I can't. Just typical scenario. It's all messed up.
Did you notice it's running uphill, not downhill?
Yeah, both of them actually are sloped incorrectly. What they've done is they tied into the original stack from the powder room, obviously not utilizing or taking or introducing any venting. That's the result of an incorrect slope. Just grease, tons of buildup. It's been obviously accumulating over the years. This is a typical grease buildup. Obviously, considering that the slope is inadequate, the water doesn't have the ability to drain properly. The food particles will stick to the sides of the walls. Grease will eventually solidify, and then as the time goes by and this thing is not maintained, this is the end result. So it is, it reeks, and it's just.
Mr. Holmes, you seeing at your feet, bud?
Oh, yeah.
Look at the mold we're finding here, man. I honestly don't know what it's from because there's nothing showing underneath. If you rip this pad, right? Look at how dry that is.
This is a different pad.
Yeah, do you see that, though? But that wouldn't breathe,
underlay
would
for
it?
carpet. We want a breathable pad
Yeah.
down there. This is not breathable.
Right.
So it's not molding underneath it, it's molding on top
That's
of it.
right.
Between this and the floor.
Yeah.
Put your mask on, pull the rest of the floor up, roll this nice and gentle, get rid of it all nice and gentle outside. Keep the spores down. That feeling too? All of them, bud. That was hidden. And we can see how they did the air return here. And then here's how they did a hot exhaust. Not the way to do it. There we go. Wow. Be ready for that. There we go. I have a Y that also runs upstairs and a front door, and that's not the way to do that. So once you have it all behind drywall, it's amazing what you can actually cover up. Amazing. Oh, Jesus. That hurt. Is that freaking plywood? That's what I punched.
Wow.
Just a little open. So let's talk about the kitchen area for a moment. We can see all the plumbing's wrong, and they're relying on the stack as the vent itself. Now, you can if you actually hook it up all right, but it's not. The plumbing drain was so full of crap. Even my plumber was grossed out. He said it was so dirty and bad, and that's because your sink wasn't draining. If you notice, it's draining uphill. No air behind water, so it just kept holding all of the grease and anything your mom washed the dishes with, and just filled the pipes. Look at the pipe. Filled it. So, little things. Frank came in and looked at all the electrical. He's going to change the panel. He wants to give you a safer panel, which means all the electrical that was done was without a permit and incorrect, just like I thought. I just want to show you the wall here. So you see the bottom of the wall? Mm-hmm. This is what we call efflorescence. This is a salt that's in the moisture in the ground, right? So you were molded here. You actually have a leak in your foundation at this point. So we may have to bring someone in to look at the foundation.
I specifically remember the home inspector saying that, you know, we had a good, solid base of a house. You know, the foundation was good and there was nothing to worry about with that. So that wasn't even in my mind.
One thing that was underneath the laminate floor, because this is what you had down, was actually one of the cheapest forms of a carpet underpad. and it molded in between the laminate floor and the underpad. So you can see the surface mold. This was throughout the basement.
I know when we moved in here, we had the best intentions for my mom. You know, having given her a place to stay, and I mean, she's my mom, I love her, I know Jamie loves her. I feel bad that, you know, we brought her into a home of mold.
Wherever water can get, it's gonna mold because we're building with organic product. I mean, look at the sweat. If we look at the insulation, you follow that line around the room, see it? So again, you know, they say in minimum code, it's okay, I'm against it. Here's Mike's code, okay? Really simple. If you're gonna finish the basement, use blue wood. Doesn't mold, right? We're gonna use blue drywall. So everything we use, and then we spray foam when we thermal break it. That thermal break means that no more cool air from the foundation and warm air from the basement are going to meet. And that simply means no more condensation and no more mold, right? So I am gonna change all this. The rest of this will be coming down. We'll be restudying, we'll be foam insulation, all new electrical, the permits we need to pull. We're gonna try and finish this as fast as we can to get you and your mom back in here. And other than that, I'll probably see you when it's done.
I want to apologize to my mom, but I know it's not us. But at the same time, I feel awful. I feel awful that she was been in there for the past year and a half that we've had this home. I feel really sad.
I think you're gonna like it.
I'm sure we will.
You might just be freaked right out. You might have to give me a kiss on my cheek now.
I did.
She was ready to go now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's practice.
Okay.
Let's practice. Okay, that's a really good start. I got tingles. These people may have loved the neighborhood. They may have loved this spot, close to the family. Who the hell knows? All I know is that they bought it. So they're looking for the advice of a home inspector to tell them there's problems in the basement.
So we have a lot of work going on today. We finished gutting the basement, and Joe from Solutions is here to start roughing in the new wiring. We have Northwood here also, working on all the HVAC problems. Express Router is tearing out all the old plumbing, plus my guys are working on framing up the new layout.
Yeah, it's clogged, buddy. Adam was showing me the plumbing. Plumbing was all clogged up with dirt. I've been taking some of the duct down. It's clogged also, so you'll get a backup of water from the sink, I'm guessing, if it's clogged up, the drain. But you're gonna be breathing in all that crap with that duct clogged up.
Not the way you do it.
Some of the problems we're having with the ductwork is somebody came in, actually when they finished the basement, decided to put in their own heating runs. So what they did was incorrect. They put some flex in, the lines are too small, not where they're supposed to be. A couple repairs we gotta do to some of the stacks going upstairs, they've been disconnected. This run in the corner feeding one of the bedrooms on the second floor, completely disconnected. So guaranteed they were complaining on a cold room or a hot room, depending on the weather. This was done the original build. Now what they do is when you put the pipe together, you crimp the end. So it makes a nice crimp on it like this. Well, what they do is they cut it up the side and squeeze it in together. Well, what happens is this pipe got disconnected. So you had this inside, but completely open. So all the air is basically blowing out into the ceiling.
So your wall comes right across here. You have a door there for your bathroom. The door for the the furnace room will be on this side. We come with the wall a little thicker, right? You come this way, bring it this way, hiding the post. Make a bookshelf here. We've got her kitchen there. You know, her sitting room will be over here now. She'll be able to utilize that, right? So we're framed up and ready to go, which means our trades are in to get everything done in the wall so we can get ready for spray foam. We have Martin in today. Now, Martin's got a big day. He's got the rough into the kitchen to do. He's got the rough into the bathroom to do. We have Gary continuing his work today, finishing up everything downstairs. We have Joey going as fast as he can, trying to finish everything up. Here we go.
What I'm doing right now is just finishing my roughing for the kitchen drain. I'll need probably another half an hour or so to run my water lines, hot and cold. I started that process already with some steel protection against the drywall screws. I'll be done very shortly.
We're at the stage of roughing in. We had some issues down here. When the guys there, the crew, took down the actual ceiling, we found a few buried junction boxes. Damon and Mike decided to knock down the ceiling. So basically what this is basically like a new slate. Run everything new. I've already taken care of all the junction boxes. So from this point, it's all brand new.
We're gonna start right here, bud. We have insulation just up above this. Will you be able to spray foam that whole void up to the top plate?
Yep.
Because of my stairway, this will be 1.5 inch rigid foam here, okay, brother? So what we're gonna do is if you can spray foam this whole void around the panel, tuck it right back in here, this is just a stop for us. So you're gonna tie it all back in together, bud. You're gonna go right under the stairs and you're gonna try and spray it up in between the stringer and the wall, because that's where I need my rigid foam to meet with your spray foam, okay, bud?
Yeah.
We're only halfway through the job yet. We're doing a little bit here and there. The day is winding down though, so a lot of people are gone. So we're taking this opportunity to work on the stairway because it's always a busy time in the middle of the day. We got people carrying tools up and down and material and whatnot. So we're gonna take advantage of that and get it done so when we start again tomorrow, we're not in anybody's way.
As angry as I am, I can't help it but to feel happy in the fact that Mike's here. I mean, we have Mr. Mike Holmes doing this for our house and doing this for my mom. I mean, I know this is gonna last. I know he's gonna make it right.
You have a foundation issue. It's sort of a mirror image when we look next door. Remember I saw the black? I said they've had a foundation problem.
Right.
So this means we don't just dig in one spot, it means we dig the whole side of the house.
We found signs of moisture inside the basement. There's signs of efflorescence on the wall as well. Sometimes the weeping tile system is just very slow to drain, and that will cause efflorescence on the wall, and sometimes it's failing. We're not going to know until we excavate right down to the footing and inspect it. We have to dig by hand today because there's a gas line present in that area, so when we get our locates, it tells us where the gas line's running underground, and there's a 1 meter variance to where that marking is. So there's a tracer wire beside the gas line that may be separated from the gas line, so we have to legally excavate that area by hand until we've located the line.
Believe it or not, no trades today, which means it's all up to us. We've got to get the kitchen tiles done so we can get the kitchen in at the end of the week. Carl's working on the shower, getting that done. We have Sherry and Nicole working on baseboard. Rob and Yvonne doing doors. It's a day to fly, and we're gonna do it. Basically, what we've done is we've moved away from 2x4 wood being used for a knee wall. What we used to do is we used to build a 2x4 knee wall, and then we'd wrap it with rubber. Then we'd put screws through it. Water would leak through the screws, and it would rot out the 2x4. Come back to the same problem over and over again. Water damage, mold, rot. So we came up with this brilliant idea, styrofoam, and basically what we've done is we've filled the curb up
And when this dries, this will be hard like a rock.
Well, in my experience in tiling, there's very few concrete floor finishes that are perfectly 100% level. So what I'm dealing with a lot of time when I'm going right directly to concrete with my tile is that I've got to figure out where the humps, the highs, the lows, and the valleys are to know where I'm going to start. Do I have to build it up at the beginning? Can I get away with it at the beginning and work it up at the back? Because if there's a hump in the middle of my floor and I start off flat here, what's going to happen is I'm going to get a hump in my tile. I'm doing a kitchen. We can't do that. So everything's got to be thought out beforehand, leveling everything, finding out where your dips and valleys are, like I said, and you accommodate for it as you go.
After we excavated this area, we did find a crack right here, which we've grinded out and then we've packed with hydraulic cement. Where this crack was located was exactly where the efflorescence was staining the wall on the inside and exactly where the water damage was on the original framing. So this was the source of the problem. We're applying the first coat of the waterproofing membrane. After we get this on, we're going to push the fiberglass mesh, give it a second coat, some plastic, and then we're going to hang the drainage board on the outside. We've inspected the weeping tile. It's in good shape. It's clear. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a foot of 3/4 inch gravel over the weeping tile system, and then we're going to put a filter cloth over top of the gravel just to make sure in time that the soil doesn't make its way down to the weeping tile. This weeping tile doesn't have the nylon sock on it, so that bit of filter cloth is going to ensure its lifespan.
So guys, we've got everything built, right? We're all set up to go here. We have all our lowers?
We do.
Great. I'd like the corner cabinet first, okay? That's almost perfect, but it's got to go up a little bit on this side. Yeah, we just got to go up a hair here. We'll get this one perfectly level, and then we'll start putting the other ones in. Actually, I'm dead on right here. I'm good with that on this side, okay? Okay, here we go. One second. Down or... I got it. Go up, there, right there, go. Now, there's a lot of little painstaking stuff that goes into putting in a kitchen, especially in something that we ourselves have not started. You're dealing with uneven floors. We're doing the framing, so our corners are good. We're all level that way, but we have a small variation in the floor. Now, we went true. We did not go level. We would have been over an inch of mortar on that side, and that we just cannot do. So what we've done is we've made it true. So everything we're doing here is leveling, shimming. We have to make sure that this countertop is going to be 100% level. We are really close. We got a couple of days to finish, so we are there. We got electricians, obviously. I have Joey beside me. We have carpet laying behind us. We have tiles going on. We have painters here today. Everyone is on top of each other because we got to get these people back home. They've been out of this house long enough. Now, it's impossible to transport an entire countertop in one piece without breaking it, so you often see them in 2 or 3 sections. So, once the pieces are in place, a special color-matched epoxy is used to bond the sections together, and a suction machine is used to draw the pieces together and hold them there until the epoxy sets up.
Good. All right.
Once you get to this point of the job and the stress starts leaving you and you're getting more and more finished, you can actually stand back and really appreciate everything you've done. And I'm actually getting really excited to bring these people back. I mean, I think Jamie and Vishal will be happy, but his mother will be really happy. I mean, she can really enjoy this space for once. I don't know. I don't think she could before. She was cold, she was hot, depending on the seasons. So I just think, you know, her being able to come back into a comfortable zone, a finished kitchen, a functioning area.
Look.
Holy!
Now this is the kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I had a little glimpse. I liked it.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. You think she'll be happy?
I think they're going to be very happy.
How are you guys?
Hello.
How's it going,
Good to
Damon?
see you.
Nice seeing you too.
Yeah. Nice to see you again.
Nice seeing you too.
Hi, nice to see you again.
When we pulled up and I saw them, I mean, I just instantly knew that whatever it is that they did was going to be great and it was going to be right and we were going to be happy. So, I mean, I was just giddy the whole time driving up.
Come on, we'll walk and talk. We're back to a cold room. Proper venting, not a laundry room.
My God.
Right? It's a cold room. If we walk across, you'll see the little things we've done, making sure we've caulked the holes. You have a new exhaust. Okay. This exhaust would be for the laundry room. This exhaust would be for the dryer in the laundry room. So we want to make sure in the laundry room, it's new code anyways, is that you have a ceiling exhaust and to make sure that you exhaust all that moist air that's also coming from the dryer itself or the heat itself. Give you a proper new light. Match the front light.
That's nice.
He's smart that way. That's Mr. Damon Bennett.
Yes, I did that.
Thank you very much.
No, Joey actually did it. I just picked it.
Dug the whole side of the house, right from the front, right to the back. Because we're gonna dig, we're not gonna dig in one spot. It makes sense if we can get to it to dig the whole side. So we want to protect that foundation, but the whole side is redone. So now, like your neighbor, they did theirs.
Right.
Yours is done.
And we actually did find that this crack continued right down to the footing. That's why you saw the wet spot there. Plus, your weeping tile was a little high, not very much gravel. So all those conditions just allowed the water to get right in. So no more of that.
I don't know how the home inspector would have caught that, but at the end of the day, that's something that we weren't expecting. And had Mike or the crew and everyone involved not be here, what would that cost us down the line? Oh my God.
Well, you're not gonna recognize it right away.
Why? Oh my God.
Now, who would have thought of that, eh? Let's put the laundry room here.
Right. Which makes sense.
It does, doesn't it?
It does.
So it's sort of separate from the suite.
Right.
You know, if we have to come downstairs and, you know, if I have to do laundry or if he has to do laundry, which probably more I'd have to be doing laundry, you know, it just makes sense that you come down to the bottom of the stairs. I can do whatever I have to do. I don't have to disturb her. Just, you know, the whole layout, the way they thought it through, it just makes sense.
This
is great.
This is so good.
Proper bed.
Yeah.
This is great storage, which we didn't have.
I've already got some ideas of what I want to do.
Laundry sink. Put the washer and dryer back. You'll see that the plumbing is done spectacular. I love these little units. Again, it helps keeps the washer and dryer nice and tight to the wall. So this, you know, hot, cold, identifies it.
Yeah.
There's your new exhaust. So that wonderful thing about that, I'll just close the door. is that if it's too hot here, just turn the exhaust fan on.
Yeah.
It's great. But underneath everything you see is the key. Everything is mold resistant. All blue wood, spray foam, your basement's now thermal broken. This means no more hot meeting cold and no more condensation. By spray foaming the basement, using all the right products, and all the drywall's mold resistant as well, you're never gonna mold again. But it's kind of wise to fix the foundation before we did all that. Right, David?
Absolutely.
So behind you, is behind door number 1, a brand new panel. What I love about this is not only they fix all your cable, your telephone, you've got a whole house surge protector. Nice and neat, eh?
It looks very neat compared to what
Those
it was
wires
before.
that we had
The other
before
one?
dangling, oh
Yeah.
my God, this is excellent.
Okay, your mom will love it. You ready? We're done, right?
Yes. No.
No? You want to go in there?
Yes.
All right, let's go in there. I don't know if you like it, but we'll see.
Oh my God.
Oh my. Oh my gosh.
God.
Not bad, eh?
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. I love the kitchen. The countertops are beautiful. The cabinets, it's probably exactly the type of kitchen I would pick if I was to redo a kitchen.
Coming in and looking at this, you say, okay, this is the perfect area. Why do we need a wall down here for your mom to separate a small basement? Do as like a bachelor pad. Keep it open so she can even turn it into a bed couch if she wants bed. It doesn't matter. But why put in a wall? It makes the kitchen small, makes the bedroom small. I can't change that window because the grade runs in the back. So keep it open concept.
I honestly had no idea what they could have done with the tight space. But walking down the stairs and seeing first the laundry room, cold room, and then my mom's living space, unbelievable.
And it's just a nice little simple bathroom.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Go.
Oh my
It's
God.
so nice.
Oh my God.
Amazing what you can do with something small,
Oh my
eh?
God, it's so nice.
It's so.
We love the glass because the glass just opens up the bathroom. You're not closing it off.
It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous. It's so nice. Oh my God.
We have a environmentally friendly toilet. Beautiful little sink, nice and little, nice and tight, little cabinet underneath, nice tilt mirror. Like everything just works for
Yeah.
a very small basement. And again, a great exhaust fan.
Yeah.
This is gorgeous.
The shower is unbelievable. It's so. I didn't even picture that any of the basement could look like this. It's beautiful.
I don't know what to say. I mean, I think I want to move down here. I think I'm gonna talk to my mom.
That's a good sign. That means you like it.
Yes.
I love it.
She's gonna love it.
This is exactly what I wanted. I wanted my mom to feel safe. I wanted my mom to feel warm. I mean, all the issues that came up along the way, I'm just thankful that we had the right people here to get us where we are. Look.
Holy!
Now this is the kitchen.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You can like do a waterfall.
So beautiful.
Now,
Double sink.
Yes.
come take a look at your bathroom.
Oh my God, so nice. Oh,
Isn't it beautiful?
really beautiful.
You know, we spend a lot of time with his mom. He's grown up, you know, that's his mom, and we love her. And to just hear that people who are really just strangers, putting that much hard work and effort into someone that we love, is really great. It's so overwhelming. It's so amazing.
So thankful to you.
We're so thankful.
Yeah. I really, from the bottom of my heart, thank everyone. I thank Damon. I thank Mike. I thank the crew.
The bathroom is amazing.
The bathroom's gorgeous. And Mike's right. I just want to rip off my clothes and jump in and take a shower.
We want to trade with you. Maybe we'll stay down here.
I go upstairs.
Yeah, you guys.
Done.
Yeah, I think he wants to make like his own bachelor pad down there and send her up, and she could stay with me, and you could stay in the basement.
Well, maybe just on the weekends.